All right, so here we have a 2006 Toyota Tacoma. The issue that we're having is they had the AC charged because it didn't work. So they charged it up with a dye. They found that there's a Schrader valve leaking. So we're going to go ahead and replace. We have a Schrader Valve Kit. And then we're also going to replace our expansion valve. All right, so first thing we need to do, not necessarily something you guys need to do, but I'm going to remove all this just to get more room to work on it so we can give you a better video. So I'm going to go ahead and remove our air intake. So we have a 13 millimeter and a couple clamps. Okay, so this is the part we're after here. Not necessarily the problem, but this is the Orifice Tube. So basically there's a needle that adjusts in here with the temperature to change the orifice to make the AC work. So the original complaint that they had was only the driver's side was cold. So it was low on Freon. Charged it up, put some dye in it. Everything worked good. They drove it for a little while. Same thing. Started becoming just cold on one side. So we found the Schrader valve. All right, so this is just something that's typically done or could be as it gets low. This is what's making it do that. You know, it's just a good practice to replace these two. They're very cheap. So we've already taken it down to the shop and had it evacuated. So it's completely empty right now. Because if you open this up while it has gas in it, it could burn you pretty bad and make a big mess. So we'll go ahead and start by removing these clamps right here. All right, so when these are closed, our object there is to get our screwdriver into the top. All right, so once we get it in the top, we're just trying to lift up this tab right here that's locked in inside of it. So that's all we were trying to do. The top one was a little brittle. The bottom one, well, we had to do both the tabs at the same time. So, but they do come off, and that's what's held on is the tabs. I'm going to go ahead and remove our hold downs for our AC lines. All right, so we have a 10 millimeter. All right, so we can pull one line out like that. All right, so our other line, we have a couple where we're pinched in to some body rails, there and here. All right, and then we have, in the front, we have another 10 millimeter hold down on our line. All right, so here's our other 10 millimeter hold down. We'll go ahead and, all right, now our line is loose. All right, so we'll just go ahead and wiggle our line back. All right, you see all the green there, that's our dye from trying to find the leak. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove this grommet. So we're just going to peel it right out. All right, so we have an E10 Torx bolt right there. We'll go ahead and remove that. All right, this is our hose extension to our expansion. All right, so here's our connection piece that goes to our expansion valve, which is mounted up in there. All right, so we can already see what the problem is. So our high pressure line is the line that's blowing out the Schrader valve. All right, so we see this looks different. All right, so this is our screen. We go ahead and pull our screen out. We can see how dirty it is. Let's see if we can get it in some light there. You can see this from here, this way is completely packed, and this is not. So I can still see through the screen, and then I see a bunch of trash. All right, so I have a Torx, a T25. I'll go ahead and remove these two bolts. So I just reach in and pull out our block. All right, so we have some O-rings, like little gaskets. We want to go ahead and grab them. We don't want to drop them because, you know, we want to be able to match them up to be right. All right, so we'll go ahead and get our little screen cleaned out and our surfaces cleaned before we install our new one. And I'm just going to use brake clean to clean that out. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and replace some of our gaskets. So I went ahead and I got a gasket kit. It's an O-ring kit. Comes with everything for the vehicle, every connection on this vehicle. They are part specific to each vehicle where they have all of the O-rings and little gaskets. So I've already dug out the two here that match for the inner. And then we'll dig out our O-rings here, and then we also have our other little extension that we got to put on. So we'll start just by our first two that go in. So I'm going to go ahead and slip them back around. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little refrigerant oil in the cap. I'm going to set it off to the side. I'm going to use it, we'll wet my finger to wet the O-rings out before I put our new block on. All right, so just want to make sure we got it the right way. It's only going to go on one way because we have our threaded for our extension pipe and then our other countersunk for our bolts. All right, so I just want to go ahead and kind of put some lube around those pipe extensions, kind of help it seat itself. And I'm going to do the same thing on the back side here. This is going to be up against it. Carefully fit my block back on. So now we need to match up our O-rings, our O-ring gaskets for our pipe. All right, so we'll go over and take this and clean it out with some brake clean. Get rid of all of this residue before I reinstall it. All right, so now we want to go ahead and put our new O-ring gaskets on. Same thing, I'm going to go ahead and lube them up. All right, so now we have our gaskets on, our O-rings are all lubed. We'll go ahead and put our screen back in. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put our piece in. to make sure that we don't have anything caught behind it. All right, so we're going to start with our high side line. This is our smaller line. We're going to go ahead and take off these O-rings and replace them. So I have a little pick. All right, so they did both clip, the top one being the one we had a little bit more trouble with than the bottom one. What I'm going to do, all right, just as a precaution, throw a zip tie around this so I can sneak it through the back hinge here. There's nowhere in the other side to do that. So I'm just going to come around the... All right, and I did not have a long enough zip tie, so I have two. I'm just going to kind of evenly space them out. All right, so I'll just keep that on. I'm going to go ahead and throw another one on there just because. All right, so go ahead and put our nuts on our line hold downs. All right, so the next thing on this we're going to replace is our service port. We're going to replace our Schrader valve inside there. This is not one that's leaking, it's the high side one, but all right, so we have, it's basically like a tire Schrader valve. The AC ones are a little bit thicker, a little bit more bored out than the actual tire size. Okay, so we just want to put it in. Oh, that one was loose too. All right, so there's our Schrader valve. All right, so now we went ahead and we got a Schrader Valve Kit. All right, and it is part number specific to the vehicle. It does come with a couple different options, and depending on what vehicle or what options you have in the car. All right, so it does look like it's got two of the same valves in it. All right, so here's our new one. All right, so this is the same oil, AC refrigerant oil that I was using before. Just going to go ahead and lube that new Schrader up. Drop it in. We'll go ahead and tighten it up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this line back in, our little 10mm bolt. All right, so there's our high side. Same thing, we're going to go in. This is the one that was leaking. So we're going to go ahead and remove it. Well, this one was tighter than the other one, but this was the guy who was leaking. We did see what was wrong with the Schrader valve there. It looks like the spring was a little loose, compromised. Oh, let me go ahead and put some lube on that first. All right, and this was our suspect the whole time. Being that that filter screen was clogged, I was adding probably a lot more pressure to the system than needed to be. All right, so now we have our vehicle back together. We'll go ahead and put our air snorkel back on and stuff, our filter. And then once we get this done, we'll go ahead and put it on a vacuum, bring it down. We'll look for any vacuum leaks before we charge it. We do have some other videos to show you how to do that if you want to check it out. And then we'll have the system up and running again.